Can you hear the music? Can you hear that little music? Yeah. Okay. Turn that off. All right. Hey guys, we are live. Let me just pause this music. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Conversations for Dummies on Lady D TV. This is Lady D, that be me. And I'm going to take you off just for a second, Neva, and bring you back in a minute. I am running behind. I just got caught up in something I was looking at on the, on the internet and got caught up, and time got away from me. But I am here now, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Lady D TV and Conversations for Dummies. And I'm going to go ahead and play my intro. Give me 1 second. Let me get here. Let's see. All right, here we go. Here we go. I apologize, you guys. I am just like behind right now. I got caught up. It happens, you know that? All right, here we go. Lady D TV presents Conversations for Dummies, where some things you know and some things you learn. Tonight, we're going to learn some things. Stay tuned right here on Lady D TV for Conversations for Dummies, coming up right after this word from our sponsors.
Vegas, where's the food? Right here at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Make sure you get down to 4255 Dean Martin Drive, Suite G, and put your order in at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Try out our new steam bowls or our delicious homestyle barbecue. Either way, you're going to love something at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Now available on Uber Eats and DoorDash. Order today.
And now, here's Lady D with Conversations for Dummies. All right, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to Conversations for Dummies. I am Lady D, that be me, and this is Lady D TV. I'm broadcasting on 3 platforms today. I'm broadcasting on Diane P. Meadows, on my main page, Diane P. Meadows, on Lady D TV, and also on my YouTube page on Lady D, that be me TV. And I would ask that you guys would please go and subscribe to my YouTube page. It's Lady D, that be me TV, and I'm going to put it in the comment box here. So welcome again. I'm excited about today's show because I have someone on here. You guys, those of you that joined immediately from the beginning, saw her, Neva Foxworth. She is the CEO and founder of the Love Storm Show. And you know what? I don't do a lot of conversations about relationships and love. So this is going to be a good one for me. So I'm excited about this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to, let me put my glasses on so I can read my notes. All right. I also want to invite you guys to join me on kepxradio.com. I do a radio show every day, every morning, Monday through Friday. I do morning motivation with Lady D, that be me, on kepxradio.com, also on the soulexpress.com. I've been doing radio for 11 years now. Been the general manager and partial owner of the station for a while, and I really enjoy being on the radio. It's a lot of fun, you guys. So join me on kepxradio.com for morning motivation with Lady D. I'm on 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And I think I might extend my hours because 1 hour is just not enough for me for my hip hop music. So I play my hip hop on the show. So, all right, you guys. Also, tune in to Lady D TV for Juice and Jabber with Ulu. And we are happy to have Ulu on Juice and Jabber. She is doing an awesome job. I love the show. I love what she's doing with her page and what she's doing. Follow her, Ulu Gomes, and she's also on Ulu High Life, I think on um, um, Instagram and other platforms. So you guys will find her. There's not too many Ulus out there. So just type in ULU, and you'll find Ulu Gomes. All right. Also, Dee, the makeup junkie, Danye Kearney. She does a show on Fridays. She's taking a little bit of break, doing some remodeling and different things, and she'll be back soon. I'll have her time very soon. And also, Grandma Sis Loves Chris is going to be starting her show real soon. And yeah, all right. And then, so I want to also say happy birthday to all those that have birthdays in July. My birthday was July the 14th. I am still taking donations. If anyone feels generous and want to make a donation to Lady D, that'd be me. I'd still take donations. I celebrate through the end of the month. So you guys going to hear me saying different things. I just went and bought me a couple of new plants the other day, yesterday actually, for my birthday because I love, love, love plants. So if y'all want to get me something for my birthday, give me a plant. I love plants. All right. Um, Also, I want to do my shout outs and then we're going to go straight to Miss Neva. Shout out to, of course, Mo McCoy and his team, the Fireproof TV Films. They are doing an awesome, amazing job on the road out there on the tour, the Bad Boxer tour. And I am so proud to be a part of the team, a part of the family. They like my babies, like my kids, and I just love them to death. I'm so excited and so proud of what they're doing out there. Shout out to my girl Terry Jean in Houston, to my girl Flava in Tampa, Florida, to Miss Diamond out here in Las Vegas, to my sponsors, So Sinful Snacks and Treats, Jay Renee and Calicio Howard. Also, shout out to Johnny L. Dunlap Jr., who is always there for me. Always, always, always. Shout out to my godson Jamion, my godson Jonah, to Falana Wilson, who is also always there for me. She's been a great support and a great system. And everybody else out there that follows Lady D, that be me, shout out to you guys as well. I do not want to hold this lady up any longer because I know we both have schedules and things to do and places to go and people to see. So we're going to have her join us right now, Miss Neva Foxworth. Hey, Neva.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, sweetie?
Awesome, awesome this morning. Thank you yourself.
Awesome, awesome. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. My morning motivation this morning was to live life to the fullest. And sometimes we can't always do the things that we want to do, but things that we can do that we're able to do, let's make the best and the most of them. And
Right.
that's what I try to do every day is to make the most of the day. Sometimes it don't always go as
Yeah.
planned, but you know what? That's how life is. It's very
Yes,
unpredictable. So,
definitely.
yeah, so welcome, welcome. Do me a favor and introduce yourself. I know that you are the CEO and founder of the Love Storm Show, that you are also a part of the Mo McCoy, the Fireproof TV Films family. But tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do.
All right, again, everyone. Hello, my name is Neva Foxworth, also known as the Love Storm, and is recently Sip and Engage. Um, I've been doing the Love Storm show for a year now. I'm trying to expand and grow it
Oh, we got some connection issues. Uh-oh, she froze. Let's see.
I come from a
Yeah.
background. Are you there?
Yeah, you
Something
had
had
froze
happened.
for a
I didn't know if you
moment.
could hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I think it's okay now. Um,
Okay.
I was just stating I am a mother of seven, soon to be a grandmother of 19. I have a big family.
Wow.
My target is to express love. I have seen so many people that have given up on love, especially when it comes to personal relationships, because of things that transpires and happens. Some people I have known for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they just don't want to be in relationships anymore. That was my first target when I started the Love Storm show. But then as I began to interview other people, I found that love expands in multitudes. It could be
Mm-hmm.
through the love of music and art, um, in any avenue, a journey, entrepreneurship someone has. Love is always entangled in in some way because we do
Right.
things out of love because it's something we love to do. But wanted to, reconnect people, not to give up. We have to um, take responsibility for some of our choices. That being said, sometimes we have to give our whole hearts and place it in someone's hand, and then when things kind of crumble and fall, we tend to just blame that person totally. And I just want to
Mm-hmm.
inspire people, go ahead and, you know, recognize that you've had a choice in what transpired because we have red flags as people, things that we should address that we may don't want to touch, we may want to observe a little longer. But once you can accept and say, you know what, I had an opportunity, I had a choice to, but I chose to stay out of hope. So don't beat yourself up and don't consider everyone is the same as previous trauma or turmoil that you have faced. So I think the most important thing is just accepting that it's okay. It's accepting that you're more highly equivalent to or above what you have been exposed to. You have more to offer. Some people just not ready for. Or
Mm.
they take, for instance, for me, they take my love as a weakness is also my strength. So it's on up to me to address things as they come about and not blame somebody else. Because if we sit back and hold on to things too long, as far as pain and questioning things, and we have to take responsibility for that. We can't just place it totally on someone else.
Definitely. Well, you know what? Like I said, this was going to be a good one for me because I am one of those people. I am one, I confess, I am not ready, not wanting to get into a relationship. My last relationship, which ended maybe about not even a whole year ago, um, it was disastrous. It was like
Mhm.
I didn't even know it was going to be over. Like it just ended
Yeah,
without my knowledge, and I'm like, you know what? This is too much. I'm 62 years old now. I ain't got time to be dealing with these men that don't care. That you know what I'm saying? And that's where
mhm.
my head is. Like I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. And
Yeah,
and and I do. I've always said and always wanted to be in a long lasting, forever relationship. And I would tell myself growing up that, I'm not going to be like my mom because I watched my mother sit and be alone all of her life.
yeah,
And I told myself, I said, I'm not going to be like her.
hmm,
But now, in the point, in the place where I am in my life right now, I wouldn't even mind being like my mama and being alone until forever
yeah.
because of the past relationships and, like you said, giving up on love, and
Hmm.
relationships.
Well, I can understand because believe it or not, people they look at me, they like, you're so nice, you're so cool. I said, but they have no idea the storms. I'll tell you, from 8 years old that I can remember, it's been chaos in my life, chaos. But I'm like, I'm not gonna give up because when we give up so easily, now I'm not saying don't take a break. Take your break as necessary to revise yourself to see what it is that we could do a little different. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give up because I'm not going to miss my blessing. This is how we miss our blessings sometimes. And we cannot, you know, what I've also done, I've always done is pray for mental strength because it
Mm.
works healers. Um, because our eyes collect and our mind, our brains perceive and take in what's
Mm-hmm.
going on and what's happened. Then it touches our hearts and it shuts us out, make us cold. So, what I've learned recently, I call it energy matching. Um,
Oh.
that means someone that is totally like you. I mean, everyone's different in some way, but there's also people that's like you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just come from a really last year sometime from the most. I put it like this: I was in a relationship where I thought it was the sweetest thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you froze again. I don't know if it's on my end. Hmm. don't know what to do.
That.
Okay.
Hey, were you able to hear me
No,
still? Because I'm
no,
moving
you froze for a minute there.
because I'm not sure what the heck's going on here.
I don't know if it's
But I
on
was
my end.
stating,
I don't,
I'm not sure. It could be here. But I was just stating I was in the most craziest relationship that I thought was the I thought it was this glorious, beautiful relationship.
mm-hmm,
And what I realized after everything happened and was over, I said, my red flags. I had red flags, and I saw some red flags. And I might question a little bit, but you know how we as women, especially things that don't settle with us, yeah, we continue to kind of question. That's
mm-hmm,
something I didn't do. I was so stuck up in the fairy tale of, oh, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to experience that. So when I dissolved that relationship with that person, I let them know I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you because I have to assume some responsibility in order for me to move ahead and go on. Because some people are like, well, how are you able to move ahead? Because I've said where I made some errors at because this couldn't have this it wouldn't have had gone on as long with the
mm,
facade from the end of that person had I stayed firm on those red flags and questioned that person. So that person made me, I told that person, you made me appreciate previous relationships that I thought was horrible because
mm-hmm.
I never saw myself in that situation. Um, but yeah, so I just was persistent and not giving up. And some people say, oh, sometimes we move on too fast. For some, maybe so, but they have to understand, especially with women, we while we're in the storm, we go through our pain, we go through some healing, a lot of healing. By the time
Mm-hmm.
it's over with, and that's happened for me personally. I can speak that because I had some people say, "You move on, right? How you?" I will not sit and twiddle my thumbs and swing my feet in sorrow
Mm-hmm.
for what just happened because I'm not conceited, but in my mind, I know I'm much more valuable than if you can't handle the sincere heart that I have to
Right,
give. That's your problem. That's your problem because you wasn't being sincere with yourself.
right.
People come with motives. They listen to you and then they create this thing so they could see how they can fit themselves into your life so that you're able to give them what they need.
Mm-hmm. Come on, connection. Come on, back. Come on. Come on. We have a poor connection. I'm so sorry, but um, I fully can relate to what she's talking about. Um, hopefully, this connection will come back so I can ask her a couple of questions because I'm just interested to know how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So come on, connection. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Hopefully, she'll come back. That's Miss Neva Foxworth, the owner and CEO and founder of the Love Storm Show. Here she is. There
I'm so
you are.
sorry. I am trying to figure this out. I'm like, why is this happening?
No,
I
it's
know we
okay.
use my laptop, and today I thought I used my laptop. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, so we just have to tend to just look at things overall and see where our personal error is and what the choice we made. And once we accept that, say, you know what, I had control over that, though I didn't because I was expecting something else, and that's okay. But once you accept that, okay, you know, yeah, that happened. I had a choice in that because we own our own
Mhm.
happiness.
Mhm.
So allow and embrace the error that was made, and it's okay because it's a learning and it's a learning experience and it's a stepping stone. Because when you move on to something else, you could recognize this is other nonsense, and you could put it at a halt right then and there.
Right.
Um, my
Well, let
favorite
me.
motto is,
Mhm.
is love is everything. Turn it up and don't stop loving so you don't miss your blessing because we easily do that.
Yeah, definitely. Let me ask you a question. So in a situation, I'm going to keep it personal because it is personal for me.
Yes.
So, what would you suggest that someone that has been as damaged as I have in these relationships. So let me just give you a little bit of background. This person that ended the relationship, we had been together for maybe 7, 8 years or so. And off and on, we had broke up and got back, or broke up and got back. But this last particular time, it was different. I thought, okay, this might really be, it. And then all of a sudden, um, I find out on Facebook that they are in a relationship with somebody else, and I'm like, how do you? Um, what would you say to someone that has been that damaged and so stuck on, you know what, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we don't give people their shit back.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And anytime I said somebody go outside, first of all, they're not being sincere with themselves.
Mhm.
People can fake for years until they find what it is they want. First
Mhm.
thing I say is, in a relationship where when there's an interest, what do you want? What are you looking for? Short term, long term, one night. Be a straight and
Mhm.
direct as we go on with your dose. Because
Mhm.
you can't place me in a choice. You have to give me a choice. And that's the problem with people. That boils down to them being selfish and greedy.
Mhm. Yes.
They want more. And sometimes when they reach a certain plateau with the individual, they like you said, those extended years you had, so they saw something that was so meaningful and so worthwhile in you. But
Mhm.
they get greedy, and where they get greedy at, they said, well, if I can reach this plateau, I can go higher. And a lot
Mhm.
of times that aspect comes in, that thought, that cliche of they think the grass is greener on the other side.
Right,
Well,
right.
yeah, going over that spray paint that side, but where you were at, if you just water it, and this is why I tell people, if you have an open conversation, everything that you desire from a person, everything that you
Mhm.
need, but it has to be, a two-way street. You know,
Mhm.
we can't just empty everything to a person without them giving back to you as to what we want, where we're gonna go.
Yes.
So we have to give them their crap back. You know, it's totally on them. I mean, when we get in our mind that it's totally something, okay, when you know you have given your all,
Mhm.
be certain that you have given your all. So when you do dissolve the relationship, you won't have the reason to go back.
Mhm.
I, I,
Mhm.
I sat down and analyzed it because I've never went back to anybody had broken up with, because I'm like, I went down every possible road to try to make it work, but you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
So when you know you have, you know, tried everything you can, and then I think sometimes we give so much to the wrong people. If their plan, if there is not, like you say, long term, long forever, if it's not a
Yes.
plan, they just something you don't want to overextend yourself either, because you want
Yeah.
to make sure you have what you need for that mate that's going to be your mate forever.
Right. And I think that's a good point that you made, that we sometimes give ourselves fully to the wrong person.
Mhm.
We might think that that person is the one because they have, brainwashed us pretty
Mhm.
much
Mhm.
into thinking that I'm the one, you don't need anybody else, it's just us forever. And then, you know, when they do what they do, then it's like, oh, what? You know, it's
Mhm.
difficult,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, I thought you were the one, but now I'm seeing that you really weren't the right person for me,
Mhm.
you
Well,
know.
that's their narcissistic ways and their manipulation, because now
Mhm.
they realize that they have motive and they have target that they want to fulfill. But as I
Right.
tell people, you know, my motto is, don't build on my foundation without contributing, because if you're building off my foundation alone, yours will surely fall, guaranteed. Because
Yes.
when you're not adding to it to make it grow, you're gonna stumble. Because here I tell people, I have a pure heart for love. If
Mhm.
I'm involved with you, it's sincere, it's pure. I don't. This is not a game. It's not. It's
Right.
too much going on in the world. Too many diseases out there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. We're not children.
Yeah,
So
like
if
you said
you,
earlier, we're all adults,
yeah,
so let's act like adults, you know.
let's be adults.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I see a lot of that around me, where, like I said, a lot of people they just give up, and you know, each thing that we go through again is a lesson. It's
Mhm.
just a lesson. It's like, take it, enjoy the journey. Like you say, you was in that extensive relationship for so many years. That's okay. Everything wasn't always bad. There were some sweet moments to have embraced, and you
Definitely.
hold on to that. And then the experiences that was kind of hurtful, you kind of just re-examine to yourself, how, what could I do different next time, instead of why I
Definitely.
didn't do this and that then, because that's what holds us back, because we're still stuck in the why.
Definitely.
You're not
What
gonna.
um what type of treatment do you think a person might need in a relationship failure? Do you are you an advocate of therapy and
I
something like
am
that?
very much an advocate of therapy, very much one of being prayerful, um,
Mm,
and working in balance with what you pray for. Example, just like if you say, I want to kick this certain habit, well, you can't do it by your own will. You definitely have to ask for God's, excuse me, strength. But certainly an advocate for some mental direction through a therapist, or
yes.
counselor, or someone you can definitely trust that is not biased.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard for. Sometimes that can be hard and challenging. Therefore, you pray and ask God to send you someone in that human form, because we are human and we always have to have hands on with things, with
Right.
people. But certainly, stay prayerful through God. But that counseling is important, because if you try to do it alone and all the tactics that you've tried have not worked, then it's time to just get some insight with someone. Um,
Yes.
like, personally for myself, it's coming up. Not
Yes.
easy things
You know,
happen.
you, sometimes, and I think a lot of times, some of these tragedies happen where women are in these relationships, and sometimes men too, are
Yeah.
in these relationships where they get dogged out and get
Mm.
treated like crap, and whether it's a physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, whatever,
Yeah.
they end up tragically hurt,
Yeah.
seriously hurt. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. When this thing happened, I'm like, you know what? I need to go and just physically damage that person's life because they damaged my
Mm-hmm.
emotional, my
Yeah.
mental,
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
I need to go and do something. How do you talk a person down from something like that?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, "Ooh, I can go upside the head," but I
Okay.
always keep in mind, from my past experience, anybody has done me wrong, God has dealt with, and I leave it like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
I don't be revengeful, but guess what? I'm gonna treat you like a piece of glass, a mirror. I don't even see
Mhm.
you now. I would not allow you to come back and whisper sweet things. I have had that done before. Oh, this woman, she. I don't want to hear it, because I know you. Don't come to
Mhm.
me with that.
Mhm.
I would never allow you, because I know what I've experienced with you, and I told that person,
Mhm.
I know you. You know, so let people have their mess. God gonna deal
Yes.
with them.
Mhm.
Not when we wanted to, but that's our time to embrace and fill ourselves with other things, and where we can help other people. I tell people sometimes we have to be there for other people. It kind of takes our mind to give our minds a break from what we go through.
Right.
And it also, when we deal with other people, um, it also gives us the um, that part. That's how we can heal too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How important do you think it is for a person to be in a loving, caring, lasting, long lasting relationship? Because, like I said before, I'm to the point where I feel like, you know what, I can do this by myself. I don't need a man, I don't need a relationship. But how important do you think it is for that to be a part of your life?
For me personally, it's important. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of old fashioned. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we were created to have companionship. Um, we Some women are able to do things on their own. That's fine. But what's missing that can take everything um, to a higher plateau is having that. companionship
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
someone to be, to fill. So for me, I don't. I feel value. I feel very valuable enough that I deserve to be in a relationship, a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Will it always be peaches and creams? Of course not. It's going to be pebbles in the roads and stones. But the thing is, taking the time, being patient to express yourself. I think sometimes when things happen, we break out into a big burst. And that's
Mhm.
because, like I said, our emotions is just being drugged through. And who wants to go through that? And I can't help
Right.
but to say, yeah, we're adults. We should be able to talk. For me, when sometimes things strike me and it hurts, I pause. I don't address it right away because
Yeah.
I don't want to be crying and throwing a tantrum and fit because I do know where I can go because I had to go some places before. I will not lie.
Mhm. Mhm.
But when I saw that, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that I have to express myself like that. So if I have to
Yeah,
express myself
definitely.
like that, I don't need to be bothered with you. I need you at my space. You
Right.
know.
Definitely. Definitely. Um, so I believe that because I'm older. I'm 62. I just turned 62, and I have not absolutely lost total faith
Mhm.
in love. I believe that, like you said, that we were made to have companions and be in a relationship. But let me ask you this: when do you know that it's time to move on? So say I get into this, I meet this person, and like you talked about the signs, you see those
Red
things,
flag.
those look, yeah, those red flags. When do you know to step back and step off?
I say, I guess it depends on the person's background, where they come from,
Mhm.
um, as far as how much they're willing to go, how much are they willing to take, how much patience are we going to have? Because that's where it boils down to. How much patience
Mhm.
am I going to have for this person? Again, we are all adults. Nobody should be playing games. But,
Mhm.
sometimes what happens is these people that we involve ourselves with, they're so crushed, they need help as well. They need some counseling because they
You're
have
right.
not dealt with whatever's in their past that allowed them to shut down. So I was in a relationship years ago where this guy, he was brought up and trained that whatever woman you deal with, she's got to do this and she's got to do this, and you don't bring them home and they have to have a gift. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You, this is incorrect. It's a two-way
Right.
street. When you come into something and give, and this is how you survive because you're trying to teach somebody to survive by soaking life out of somebody else.
Yeah.
So we just have to know our limit. And we truly, as
Definitely.
individuals, know our limit. Nobody even has
Yes.
to tell us.
And you know what? You're
You
you're
know
right
what?
about
And
that.
this is why a lot of people lose their minds, harm themselves, and kill themselves. Everybody's stress and patience level is different.
Mhm.
So if you
Mhm.
know your patience is thin for some, and it's going to put you into a mad state to make you turn into something that you
Mhm.
don't. It's time to cut them off because I'm telling you, I had to before. Listen, it's time for you to go because now I'm feeling some type of way. You got to
Yeah.
go.
I'm about to hurt you.
Hear
Yes.
it. I'm feeling
Mhm.
it now because it's no joke. And we
Mhm.
tend to turn into things and bitter and angry and fighting. And we don't have a soft heart. We won't be
Mhm.
balanced.
Yes.
And my
Yes.
old man would tell me, he said, how you expect the cure to work when you knowingly keep running back to disease? So if you
Mm.
continue to go back to something, it's not giving you that life.
Yeah.
It's not helping you blossom.
Yes.
Power
Yes.
is in the words and the tongue. If you cannot speak life into me by being positive, because that's all we as humans need to hear, is
Mhm.
positivity. And we can't take the whole load of someone and try to condition them and counsel them. I've been there before too. It don't work
Mhm.
because if they're not doing any part in that, it becomes very draining
Very
and you
much
lose
so.
yourself. Because I have lost
Mhm.
years, I have lost some decades of my life dealing with people that would not be who they presented themselves to be.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Now I want to put one more question to you, and I'm going to switch it from personal relationship to relationships. Um, well, personal relationships, but not a between a man and a woman. Relationships between like family members and friends. How important, or how do you think, um, how do I want to put this? How do you deal with relationships that fail, friendships, relationships that fail um, in your life? How do you deal with that? That's about all I can say. How do you deal with that? Because I want to put it to this. I'll keep it on myself. I have a friend. I love her to death. I absolutely love her to death. And for years, she'll cut me off, and then she'll come back. She'll cut me off, and then she'll come back. When she feels like she's ready, she'll
Fair
cut
weather.
me off, and then she'll come back. How do you deal with something like that?
I ain't got no time for it. Because you know what? I've had years ago. I had some I just really admire, and then all of a sudden, all this jealousy. Well, I'm just jealous. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on,
Mm,
wait a minute. I say, I don't own a thing. You own your home. You own your car. I just come. People, I've learned, your spirit. They could be jealous of your spirit.
mm,
They're not gonna tell
mm.
you. You ain't gotta have a
Yeah,
thing. They be jealous of how people love on you, your personality. I don't have time for it. If this is what you're gonna do, I
right,
love you. Because friendships, I have friendships from someone back in third grade, and whenever I see her talk to, we just pick up from that. Ain't no, why ain't heard from you? I mean, that's petty. We
right,
should come. We have
right,
lives.
right,
Have
right.
fun. You
Exactly.
know.
And I
So
really believe that the Love Storm show that you're doing is so important. And I think it taps into all aspects of love in every
right.
relationship, not just in between a
Yes.
man and a woman, or if you do your thing the other way. However, relationships are relationships, and love is love. And this is so important that you're doing this. And I'm thankful and
Yes.
happy that you are doing it. And yes, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for being here. This has been
Thank you so
great.
much. I'm trying. I just, things happen and lost a nephew a couple years ago, and it's so important to show people love because we don't
Yes.
know what they're going through. I always tell people I'd rather be a light to someone because I don't know what they're going through. I wouldn't
Right.
want to be the twig on a tree that broke and it made them take themselves out of here. People just need to
Right.
see that someone cares. You know, I
Definitely.
remember years ago
Definitely.
when I was living in Minnesota, I was coming off this elevator. This guy was coming on. He had his hood on, head down, and he looked up to say, "Excuse me." And I said, "Oh my gosh, you have beautiful eyes, sir." He's like, "Thank you. Nobody ever told me that." I said, "Are you kidding me?" But
Mm.
I felt the energy. He was not in a good space at all. See,
Wow.
I'm a high empath. I can feel a lot of
You can
things, and
feel, yeah.
I'm trying to control it too because it makes me. I can blend with people, but I also need to be by myself so that I can
Yes.
re-energize myself. So some people
Yes.
would think I come off being kind of funny. Some people
Mm-hmm.
would think that I come off kind of being funny because I'm kind of shell reserved too, but I have to, you know, make sure I'm in a good balance for myself.
Right.
You
Like you
know,
said, that energy matching, you got to make sure that energy is matching.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? No matter where you are, because like you said, you can feel another person's energy, especially when
yeah,
you're an empath. Like the other day, I'm just going to say this real quick. I was driving down the street. You know how you see the homeless people, and I have a big, huge, huge heart for the homeless.
yeah,
And this one particular guy, he came from out of nowhere. And normally the Holy Spirit will let me deal with them. But this time Holy Spirit was like, no, let you keep your window up and don't give him any money. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Because that energy, you know what I'm saying? And when you're
yeah,
tapped in and when you're tuned in tune with God, he will definitely let you know when you're
yeah,
not in a good place.
yeah,
So
yes,
yes. Well, you know what,
yeah, and
Neva,
that's
this has been great.
and on our
Go
prayer.
ahead.
Now, don't forget, we have to keep
Hmm.
that God, that Holy Spirit when it comes in our relationship too, because He gives us a warning. We as women, this is why
Yes.
we have extra sense. It is for our
Hmm.
protection. But we
Yes,
such
definitely.
nurturers. We want to heal everybody. We want to just take everybody under our wing. We want to love
Right.
on everything. That's just our nature.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I will agree with you too. I'm gonna say real quick with a lot of the men's. I have actually seen men abused, it is hard for them to get back in balance to trust
Yes.
anyone, you know, for that matter. So, like I said, again, it balances out to the energy.
Yes,
I'm in a
definitely.
relationship now where I have not felt this since I was in my early 20s. And I'll be half a century next year. And I'm like, oh my God, I can be myself. I don't feel like I'm
Wow.
walking on eggshells. I could be a kid with an adult because I'm a big kid as well. But I'm
Me
professional,
too.
respectful, I'm
Yes.
loving. But that kid in me is never going to die because, see, part of
Hmm.
that comes from the trauma I endured when I was younger. I went through a lot.
Right.
But again, like I say, all because I went through all this stuff, did that mean I have to be mean? No. I
Right.
like to be different. I like to be a person for the people.
Yes,
So
definitely.
you
This
just
was
have to cut off the negative.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You know, love
Thank you so
is a
much.
topic that we don't talk about enough. We don't have
Yeah.
enough love going on. We don't have enough conversations about it. So this is wonderful, and I'm happy that you joined us today. Let the listening audience know how they can join your show, how they can tune in. Oh, and
Okay.
before we go, can we make the announcement?
Sure.
Okay, so just so you guys know, Miss Neva Foxworth and the Love Storm Show will be joining Lady D TV. So she will be broadcasting live on her platform as well as on Lady D TV. And I'm excited to have her join us. So, yes.
Yes.
So, tell
Yes.
us how we can find you right now.
You can find me everything. I'm under Facebook, of course, Neva
Okay.
Foxworth, and also I have the Love Storm fan page for those that maybe want to stay more targeted, a little bit more with me in that. I'm on
Hmm.
Instagram under the Love Storm Show. I do have a YouTube channel that I put all my videos, upload videos there under the Love Storm Show as well.
Nice.
Also, if they're interested in just being a guest or want to come on any lives, at Neva, Neva Fox 73 at gmail.com. I do what I recently started was Sip and Engage on Fridays with my co host and spouse on Friday. So we open it up, bring your cocktail and your glass, and we open up so we can untense ourselves and talk about any and everything. So
Yes,
um,
yes. I love
this
it.
is
Say that email again. Neva
that email
Fox
is Neva Fox 73 Neva
73.
Fox 73 at gmail.com. And I just want to add that with the birth of the Love Storm show, I have been able to connect with some other people. Um, now, as I've joined with you as an editor, thank you. Um, I have taken part being a content creator for Urban Culture Magazine as well as a spoken word
Awesome.
artist while I do poetry on his radio shit. I got a oh my God, I got a hit radio show and
Nice.
content creator for Verbs Magazine with Joseph McDaniel. Um,
Yes,
Urban
yes.
Culture Magazine is with Will Mon. Um, as you know, host for Fireproof TV, the
Fireproof.
vampire.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think I'm this extra or judge for Soston City comedy with Brenda Brown now.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I'm
Nice.
spreading,
Are,
trying to
are
spread
you
a little
going
bit.
to the show? This is it this
Yes,
weekend?
I
This
am.
Sunday?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
try to
went
make it.
last
I
month.
can't.
It was hilarious.
Was it great? Oh my God, I want to go so bad. I'm gonna try my best to be there, but
Yes,
my schedule
yes,
is so crazy. But I'm gonna
I
try.
know. I know. Yes. So
Awesome. Awesome.
this is this has been nice.
Yes,
I
this has been
just share.
great.
I love reading a little poetry. Let me read this. Love
Yes.
it. This is love
Yes,
it.
please.
All the uncomfortable conversations you've not yet had with the heart you so desire to be in love with. Making sure your companion, significant other, or mentor may have happiness even during trials. Taking the time to express love of affirmation daily to the love of your life. Experiencing pain and learning to ride the wave to a full, joyful heart. Enjoy having that time to recall when you and your love had nice summer walks or sipping your favorite cocktail by the warm lit fireplace on that nice fur carpet. As you both embrace each other, you both look into the flames as it heightens. Your hearts warm, you pull each other in closeness as your spouse reach for the warm oil scented, warm vanilla and tainted with a hint of special oil. to get the vibrations within heightened, giving off waves of pulsating vibes. Being drawn into each other and invite both yourselves into a taste of the now dry wine upon your lips, devouring until your desperation calls for another round. Intimacy is the component. That's the glue.
Beautiful. Did you write that?
Yes.
That
All
is
right.
beautiful. Very, very deep. I love that. That's very nice. I didn't know you write
Thank you.
poetry. That's
Okay.
beautiful.
That was part of my healing. That has always been part of my healing.
Yes.
Growing up. And my mom used
Mm-hmm.
to be like, she could tell when I'm a little off shifted. She's like, "You stopped writing, didn't you?" She
Mm.
said, "Because when you write, you it puts me in the more, because that's a
Yeah.
way of express. If I can't trust a lot of people that really express without judging. So now I'm at a point in my life, I share my experiences. I don't care. People like, you telling your
Right.
business, they're gonna hear about it. People need to know.
People need to know. We
People
all
need
have
to
a
know
story to tell.
story to
Yes.
tell, and it also will help somebody else.
Exactly. Definitely. I have a big story coming up on the next show, on the next Conversations for Dummies on, I think it's on the 29th, I believe it is. What's that date? Is it on the 29th? Next Friday?
Yes, it should be next Friday because it's a
Yes.
Friday.
It's going to be a big show for me. It's just going to be me,
Okay,
and it's going to be huge. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be there. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so
All
much. Well,
right.
thank you for joining us
Thank
today. It's been great having you. I look forward to getting to know you better and know you
you.
more, and looking forward to having you on Lady D TV with Ulu and with Danye and the rest of us.
Yes. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you,
Great
Neva.
to
You
see
have a
you.
great day, and I'll talk to you
You
later.
awesome. Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye bye. That was Neva Foxworth, the CEO and founder of the Love Storm Show. And this has been great for me because those of you that were listening and heard the story, I got some love issues going on right now and relationship issues. Don't have one. Um, Not interested in one. But you know what? I'm not going to give up on love. I think somewhere down the line, God has somebody out there for me. And, my bishop, before she passed away, God bless her heart, she was, she was 80, what was she, 82 years old or 80 something when she got married for her second time. And they were married and had the most wonderful relationship, her and Papa Petrie. He was 70 something and she was 80 something, and when they got married, and they were just wonderful. So you know what, there is hope for all of us in love and relationships, so don't give up on love. Okay, this lady that be me. I'm going to play a couple of commercials before I go out, and then I will see you guys next week. Let me see what we got going on here. I like to play this one. When is the end of COVID-19? Who knows? We're still in the middle of a global pandemic. There's still lots of uncertainty among us. There's no running from it. There's no getting away. So with that being said, let's continue to practice social distancing. Let's continue to practice good hand washing. Let's continue to teach our children best practices. Let's continue to do our part to fight COVID-19. This has been a public information announcement from Lady DTV and KEPX Radio.
Who said it? Who said it? Who said that Grandma Sis ain't Chris Brown's oldest and biggest fan? And who said that Chris Brown ain't the GOAT? Whoever said it, you better come get some of this right here. Grandma Sis got something for you. Because you can't talk bad about Chris Brown around Grandma Sis. Who said it? Who said it? Come on, I got something. Oh. I better sit myself down before I heard something. But I tell you what, you can't talk bad about Chris Brown around Grandma Sis. Because Grandma Sis love Chris. Yeah.
Lady DTV presents Open Casting Call. Coming to your city. Can you act? Are you a comedian? Can you dance? Do you think you have all the moves? Can you sing? Or can you do all of the above? If you're interested in seeing what's going on at Lady D TV and being a part of some great videos, give us a call, 619-301-4467. All right, you guys. Hopefully I won't get dinged by Facebook for playing that Grandma Sis video, but I wanted you guys to see Grandma Sis. Grandma Sis is going to have her own series coming up real soon. She's just getting herself together. She said she got to get her a new wig, and she also said that Lady D is boring, and I need to get myself together. She said I'm boring. So Grandma Sis is a trip, y'all. You guys stay tuned for Grandma Sis coming up, okay? I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me here on Lady D TV and Conversations for Dummies. Next Conversations for Dummies will be amazing. I have a great story to tell you guys, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, let's see here what we got going on. They got this new music. I can't play no music because they're always dinging me. And their music is like not that great, but you know, it is what it is. Here we go. All right. Can you hear that? I wish they get something better. See you guys next time.